Hello and welcome from the Professional Development Series sponsored by the Making Math Matter grant in partnership with the Blue Springs School District, Center School District, Wellington Napoleon School District, and Hickman Mills School District. Today with me is Amanda Carey from James Lewis Elementary in part of the Blue Springs School District. Amanda, welcome.
Thank you, Craig. It's an honor to be here today.
We watched Amanda's 5th grade class at James Lewis, and we saw some amazing things going on. Amanda, give me a quick synopsis of what happened today.
Well, today we dived into exploring decimals more. And we started out with a warm-up, and then we went into an anchor task, and then students took more and more responsibility.
In watching your class, it was amazing to see everything you did from the beginning to the end. Start with the beginning. Did you call them a math chat?
Yeah, so math chat is this warm-up, and I use it in the classroom to start fostering mathematical conversations. I noticed early on that my students needed opportunities to discuss math more, and we're really focusing on the skill of estimation. So being able to dive in and have conversations about math in the real world.
Why population? Why was population a key point today?
Well, I actually didn't know that's where it was going to go. We had a math chat question about the population of Blue Springs, and the kids became fascinated by it. And so I decided to continue on with that.
After the math chat, where did you go from there?
So the next step is an anchor task where students are given a problem to work through. And really it's my job as the teacher just to facilitate that question and then take data on where they're going and their understanding.
Okay, looking at the focus of today, working with decimals, what information do you want them to have so that they move forward, and where are you going with it?
I'm listening for students' understanding and their misconceptions so that I can further question them to help them develop the understanding of the mathematical concepts that we're working on in the classroom.
So in looking at everything you did today, I know you started with the chat, but then you moved on to the decimal work. What do you want to do, and where do you want to go with this? Tell me and talk me through this process.
I really want students to take on that responsibility of understanding the math that they're doing. And we are in a unit of place value in the relationships with decimals, and then we'll continue on into fraction work.
What other structures did you use? I heard a mention of the TQE process.
Yes, so that's task, questioning, and evaluation. So I am gathering the data through a task, and then I'm using teacher questioning to help them develop their understanding of the math concept, and then I'm evaluating where to go next. Hardly do I ever give feedback on what the students are actually doing as good job or praise. I'm asking them a further question.
You know, I've known you've taught in our district now for over 10 years. Where you started 10 years ago to where you are now, how much has teaching math changed for you?
I feel very fortunate to have had amazing professional development and worked with experts in the field of mathematics. And I feel that I have really given the students the responsibility and that I am able to dive into math understanding with them. I'm very thankful for the opportunities I've had to grow professionally and to give students, and my #1 goal is that they walk away loving math. And that math is a key factor in so many things, and that's my goal.
Okay. In looking at what the students take away, the love of math, what were your takeaways for today? What things would you have changed? What things would you have kept the same? How would you evaluate your own lesson for today?
I really feel that today's lesson gave all the prompt for tomorrow's lesson. I know which groups I'm going to pull for small groups based on their feedback that they were giving, which kids need more support. I would love to have had more opportunities to have kids to further their exploration of adding and subtracting decimals today, and so I'm looking forward to that tomorrow.
You know, in looking at your classroom, in the normal math classroom, we see straight lines, the teacher at the board, and it's a direct one-to-one ratio of teacher talking and the students working. We didn't see that in your class today. Can you explain your structure and how you set up your class?
There is so much brain research out there on the power of conversation in math instruction. And so students are grouped together to foster those conversations and also given time to work independently. So I really want to make sure that the classroom environment is safe and that they have a strong place to work and that there's math all around them. All the tools and resources are within a hand's reach.
What growth have you seen using this model with your students?
The growth that I have seen has been outstanding. I wish you could come back in May when they are really taking on all the ownership. They have this bravery to just dive into math problems and to further explore. And they are taking on more of the question role of, does this make sense? How is this, where can I go next? So it's quite amazing to see the process throughout the year develop.
Let's look at this from inside your classroom.
Ready, set, go.
What about if your conversation was about how you used measurement last night? Ooh, I'm gonna want to hear that. If you discuss what's the story? Ooh, some groups I had multiple conversations. I like it. And what about this population question? We took it a little bit farther today. We like talking about the population. Mitch's group, you guys kind of came up with an estimated number of the population of Kansas City. What was your thinking and the reason behind it?
It is a bigger place, but there's like certain areas that are far out and certain areas that are like crammed together. So we think like a low estimate would be like 70-ish thousand, a high estimate would be 95,000, and an exact estimate would be like 88,000-ish.
Our group thought that it was more of the 70-ish because since Blue Springs has like 52,000 people, Kansas City is, everybody knows it's going to be more population than Blue Springs, so we didn't want to take it too far to like the 80,000. We just took it to like 70,000.
Do you want to leave that here for today and then do some more research?
I want to leave it in the 80,000s because they think it's higher, they think it's lower, and I saw a couple of the sames. So it might be like a bit lower, but I still think it's in the 80,000s. I think it breaks 70s.
What kind of question would you want to ask me to get more information besides what's the exact number of population in Kansas City? Alyssa?
How many cities are in Missouri to kind of figure out how we could divide the 6 million population of Missouri?
Who would like tonight to do a little extra research and find out what is the population of Kansas City? Okay. Think about what resources you have. Think about what kind of day we're going to have, how clever of thinking is going to take place. Are you ready? Give me a thumbs up if you are ready. The Hickory Grove Walking Trail is a distance longer than the Bethany Falls Trail. The Missouri Tree Trail is a distance longer than the Hickory Grove Trail. If we walked all three trails in a day, how many kilometers would we walk?
I figured out how to actually do it. You need to subtract this because it says longer.
What does that mean?
It means that's how many kilometers are it's longer.
Longer than what?
Than the other trail, which is 2.38 kilometers. So you take that chunk and you basically subtract it.
And then the Missouri Tree Trail is 345,000. It's bigger than the Hickory Grove Trail. Oh, so we're figuring out.
What does that mean? Why does that matter?
It's right here. So you just add the. Done. What you got?
Minus.
That's okay.
We found the distance of all three trails. So here's the Bethany Falls Trail, here's the Hickory Grove Trail, and here is the Missouri Tree Trail distance.
I was showing her that she added 2 of the trails here and then 2 of the trails.
No, I added, this is how I got my real answer.
I got this
one with that one because that's how
it doesn't matter if there's a 0. So I just put those zeros there because that's what we learned on Monday. And
But did we, what does a 0 represent? What did you do?
add a 0.
Well, adding a 0, you would get 10 and you didn't like add a 0.
8 plus 0 is 8. And then 3 plus
Was
7.
this originally 70 hundredths?
No.
What?
7 times 10 would be 70, and whenever you write 70 in the decimal, it would be 70 hundredths because it is in the hundredths.
How many kilometers did we walk? Hunter, what are you guys going with?
We're going with 10 and 885 thousandths.
What is it?
810 and 885 thousandths.
Okay, your girl.
We said 6 and 125 thousandths.
10 and 885,000. And back here, what are you guys going with?
10.
We all
same thing.
Okay, I want to hear Megan. Say it proudly.
10 and 885 thousandths.
Okay, so I'm going to draw this up here. And I'm going to label this as the Hickory Grove. What am I going to do? But is it going to be more or less than the Bethany Falls? Okay, that right there, because it matches the Hickory Grove. So that my bar right here would represent what?
4 and 8. 4.
What is that? What is this number? Are you truly just adding a 0 when we add or subtract decimals?
No.
That's what I want you to think, why does that work? You have your choice. Your growth task today is to try it, show your thinking, explain it step by step, justify why. If you had a big life-changing moment today, jot that down so that you can keep that. I would probably get out my math journal and write that down so that on May 5th, 2018, I can look back and go, ha, that great day, September 14th, my life was changed because I learned what?
That you should look at things more carefully.
I need to look at things carefully and think about what it's asking. That's a very powerful thing that mathematicians do.
So what we did was we added
4 and 8 hundredths with 0 and 345 thousandths, which got us 4 and 425 thousandths, and we combined it all together to get 10 and 885 thousandths.
We did a little cheer. And my friend Alex here, you know what he said at the end? Synapse. He made this group, their brains grew. So I think we all need to come in, do a Team 23 cheer, and then I'm sending you off to your independent task.
1, 2, 3,
Let's see what the kids had to say about today's lesson.
As a mathematician today, I learned that really, even if you figured out the problem, it helps you grow and fire more synapses to make the bridges in your mind when you figure out lots of different ways to do it.
I want to remember from today's math lesson for the rest of my life is that place value is a big part in adding decimals.
When we did multiple methods, it helped us understand the question a lot more and get a lot more deeper into our conversation.
I think Miss Carey is a great math teacher because she's very into math and she makes math more fun.
I want to thank Amanda Carey from James Lewis Elementary one more time for allowing us to come into your class today. From KCPT and the Making Math Matter grant, thank you for joining this Professional Development Series video.